Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today, in the UK, I've already moaned about this, it's blue and cold and gross and horrible, so I thought we would use some blue eyeshadow to make me feel better about the fact that it's cold and horrible and snowy. I thought we'd use the Plouise If Looks Could Chill palette again today. I've got some sparkly bits from Kaima that I picked up in my last haul from them, so I thought we'd use some of that. I've just filmed a review of the e.l.f. Hydrating CC Cream and the Camo Blush. Well, not a review, of first impressions. So that's going to probably go up after this video. So that's what's going on with my base. If you do want to know, keep tuned for that. I've already got my eye primer on. We're ready to go. I'm just going to run some pencil through my brows in the form of NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And then we'll get into the eyeshadow. So I've actually been really feeling blue lately. Not as in mood, as in the colour. I'm actually thinking I might go back blue with my hair for a little bit as well. So this Plouise palette is beautiful. I have already done a video with it. I used the bottom selection in my previous video. Get my in. So today I think we're going to use the top selection. Like I said, I'm going to use this pigment, I think, from Kaima. This is Opulence, which is a gorgeous kind of minty blue. And I have also got the Made by Mitchell Glaze in Frostbite, which I feel like would be gorgeous with the minty blue over it. So we're going to do something kind of minty. We've got some Glisten Spectra paints as well. I just fancied doing something creative. So let's do it. Right. Okie dokie. So I think we're going to start with something light. Yes. So we're going to start with Sweater Weather, which is this kind of minty baby blue here. And we're going to start and put this through the crease. I've not quite decided whether I want to do like a winged out shape today or whether I want to do like a more like traditional crease shape. So we'll see. Once I've put this down, we'll decide. First off, I'm going to apologise for the lighting. It's like 2 p.m. here. It's super dark. I said this in my e.l.f. video as well. The weather's been gross and horrible and snowy. And it just, like, for a little while, it was going dark a little bit later. And now we seem to be back to like gross grey skies and it never really getting light, which is just what you want from your Sunday. I am actually going to go with a winged out shape because I've tidied up my eyebrows for a change, so we might as well make the most of it. So I'm just taking that shadow along the crease and then winging it out at the ends. Like I said, I have been tempted to go back to blue with my hair for a while now. Sam has seen pictures of me with like a blue pixie cut, absolutely loves it. So I'm very, very tempted to go back, because why not? I mean, I've been pink for like 7 months now, like completely pink. So it seems like it's time for a change. I think we might do one more lot of pink and then I think we're gonna go blue for a bit. The only issue with blue, if any of you are into like crazy coloured hair dyes, it's such a nightmare to get out. But I'm hoping with having the kind of pixie cut, I'm like regularly chopping all of my hair off. So hopefully when I do want to change to something else, it's going to be quite easy to get away from. Because I still really fancy going like luminous green. Nobody seems very on board with me there, so if you guys could support me on that one, that would be excellent. Right, we're going to take a different brush now, and I think I'm going to go in with this one here, which is Cold Heart. Ooh, this is, oh my gosh, this is not easy to hold up. This one here, which is Cold Heart, which is like a deeper kind of periwinkle shade, because I want to go quite dark in the crease to really make that lid pop. So we're just doing with that slightly smaller brush. So we used a Bonnie Dolly, what are you called? It's a Bonnie Dolly brush anyway. And now we're on a By Jungle M6, which is much more like pointed. So we're just sort of going just on the line of where that minty blue shade is. And then we're going to go back in with our Bonnie Dolly brush, back in with Sweater Weather, and we're going to blend that. I honestly feel like this lighting is absolute trash and I can only apologise. But if we put the big light on in the room, it just looks too much. It just makes me look literally like an Oompa Loompa, which is not where we're at currently. We're at Ghost currently. So we're just going to blend that in, then we're going to take Sweater Weather again. Blend it out. Okie dokie. Right, let's do something much deeper. I also do apologise for the hoodie, but it's absolutely freezing. Just like repping my dad's business here. It's my super comfy, super cosy hoodie. I absolutely love it. Right, we are going to take a Katie Jane Hughes in Spectrum number 19. We're going to go in with something darker now. We are going to go in, I think we're going to go in with Pullover, which is this one. And then we're going to go in with Take the Risk, which is this kind of purpley navy here. I really like this palette because it's got some really good like greeny toned blues, but it's also got some like nice purpley toned blues, and I really love to combine the two, so it's a great palette for me. And the second it started snowing, I was like, I need to pull this one out for my Shop My Stash, because I do want to start doing those videos. I think I'm going to film that next weekend, just because hopefully the lighting will be better next weekend. Because I absolutely love watching other people shop my stash, so I'm not going to necessarily do it pulling out of my collection and filming that, because as you know, we're decluttering, we're reorganising. I'm going to do a makeup collection video probably either Feb or March. So everything's a bit of a mess right now, so I'm just going to sort of sit down and tell you what's in my case. I feel like because I do 2 weeks at my house, 2 weeks at Sam's house, it's like the perfect opportunity to do Shop My Stashes, because I always pack a case, like my Made by Mitchell case. So it seems like I sort of felt like I'd been wasting the opportunity. I'm just going back in with Sweater Weather, and we're just blending here. Also, don't know whether you guys follow Will from Will Venus, but I was actually recently on his podcast. We had such a great time, and he did a lot of talking about my chronic illnesses, how it's been to live like that, having a hip replacement at 23 and all that kind of stuff. So I would love to know if you guys would like to see me do a video on that. It's something I've kind of thought about, but also like I don't want to bore you guys with like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm looking for sympathy, because I'm not. I just think it's very interesting, and the situation I'm in with my hip and all the kind of stuff that's gone wrong with it is quite rare, and I really would have loved it if when I was going through it there was somebody talking about it on the internet. So if you guys do want to see kind of a get ready with me where I talk about like my health and stuff like that, do let me know, because I'd quite like to do that. I think it would be interesting, and it'd be a nice way for me to kind of video diary it, and sort of have it to look back on, because I could sort of do one a year or something, and you know, I can sort of see how things change and things like that. So let me know if you do want to see that. We're currently taking this darker shade and popping this again, following the same line. This is what I love about doing this shape crease. It's literally just you follow the same line with different colours, and always going back in with that first shade to blend it out. And I always used to think these looks were really intimidating, but actually they're so much easier than they look. Right, I've got such an itchy nose. Oh my gosh. Right, okay. Nose itched. Right, we are going to go in with this Made by Mitchell Frostbite. I've got a Katie Jane Hughes number 14, which is kind of like a little flat brush. just so we can be a little more accurate. Let's move that palette out of the way. This is probably going to take me an age, but I'm just going to use this to cut my crease. So these are the, what are these called? Gel Gleam. So these are like satin finish almost, so I love to use these to press a pigment on top of. And we're just going to use this to cut the crease. For me, I find unfortunately my eyes are too oily to just wear these, but as a base I really like them. I've also just thought I've decided to wear a pigment, and I've already got my base on. So that's going to end super well for me. So we're just cutting this crease, which would probably be easier to do if I could shut up, but there we go. I'm hoping you guys don't watch me to be silent. Okie dokie. So we're just going to take this out to the outer corner of the eye. And then we'll do something like smoky to connect the wing with the lid. This is such a pretty shade. It's like kind of like tropical sea minty blue. It's beautiful. And it felt appropriate, since we were doing a look inspired by the fact I'm freezing, to use something called Frostbite. You can really share these out as well. I also love the way the pink one in this range looks under the eyes, because the shimmer is really, really minimal, and obviously once you put that on and then some concealer and then some powder, you can't see the gleam in it. So I really love using that way. I love the fact that Made by Mitchell's products are all kind of multi-use when it comes to like the cream ones, because I'm super gutted they're getting rid of all the colour cases. They seem to be keeping the essentials, but I use the brights and the pastel one way more than anything. So I'm kind of gutted about that one, but we'll see what he comes out with next. I'm sure whatever really replaces them will also be awesome. So we're just cutting that crease. If you do want this to be super duper duper neat, you could use something like Plouise cut carver or like some Vaseline to cut the crease. But I'm not too bothered because we're going to put a pigment on top of this, so you're not really going to see the actual base. Okay, we're going to take a Luxe Smoky Shader from Zoeva to press this pigment on, because this leaves us kind of like a tacky base. But I am going to take a little bit of Duraline. I'm just going to pop a couple of drops on my hand, and then before I go into the pot, I'm just going to sort of lightly coat my brush with it, just so that it's got something to stick to, but not so much that we're actually forming it into like a liner paste like you can with Duraline. And we're just going to press onto this mint green. I absolutely love the flakes from Kaima. And if you do want to purchase some, I do actually have a 10% off discount code. It is an affiliate link, so I do make a little bit of commission, but it all goes back into buying more stuff for the channel. So if you do want to support that, that would mean the world to me. And if you're going to make a Kaima purchase anyway, you might as well save some money. I mean, just look at that. I don't know whether, because the lighting's so shite you can see it properly, but I've literally got Mylar flakes up my nose. It's nice. And I do find this way, like dipping it in the Duraline does help to stop the fallout, and using something kind of tacky on the base as well. So we're just going to pack it all on. Okay, let's put the lid on this before I knock it over. Okie dokie, we're going to go back to the palette now, and we're going to take that medium blue shade we used called Pull Over. I'm going to use this just to pull this into here. This brush will definitely need another wash after this because it's going to be covered in flakes now. And literally that's all we're doing. We're just joining up the wing to the lid, just to create a nice little cohesive look there. Oh, there's absolutely, definitely. There is my nose. Got a little fallout on the face, but nothing too bad. What I've got here is a couple of the Glisten Spectra paints. We've got, I think these are just light blue and dark blue, but don't hold me to that. We're going to take a blob of dark blue and we're going to mix in a tiny bit of light blue just to lighten that dark blue one up a little bit. I'm going to use, this is a Made by Mitchell from the Ski collection, the SKE14, which is like a little flat brush. And we're going to use this to just press some of this colour onto the lash line to give it a bit of definition where our lashes are going to go. And then we are also going to put this in the waterline. I'm not 100% sure these Glisten paints are suitable for the waterline, so if you are going to put them in your eyes, you know, do it at your own risk. And we're going to press a little bit of this just below that as well. So we can do a nice little smoked out lash line. Really wish I'd bought blue mascara now because that would have looked super cute. Right, we're going to take the little Spectrum brush we use. We're going to take the darkest shade we put in the crease and we're just going to smoke this out on the lower lash line. So just blending out those paints. If you've not tried the Spectra paints, what are you doing? I absolutely love these. The first look I ever did with them, which I did actually film, it is up on my YouTube channel somewhere, was a kind of like paint liner. Looks so cool. I absolutely love them. They're great. Right, okay. Let's have a little tidy up. Just wipe this blue off my hand before I get it everywhere. Apparently my hand's going to be blue forever now. Right, we're just going to go and do some lashes, do some mascara, and then I'll be back. I've actually decided against lashes, quite frankly, because my lash glue is downstairs and I don't want to go and get it. So we're going to do some lips. This is Made by Mitchell, All Lip No Trip in I Love Gossip. And we're going to use this really lightly around the outside. I'm just going to make sure that's nicely blended into the lips. And then we're going to go with something really light on the lips. This is Melt Hoe Is Life Ultra Matte Lipstick. Absolutely love this lip colour. It just looks so good. It doesn't matter what you put it over. So that's it for today, guys. I do hope you did enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed us turning our January blues into a makeup look. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you every time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball and I'll see you next time. Bye!